We're joined on the line by the Tshwane Metro Police spokesperson, Isaac Mahamba. Isaac, from your perspective, what is the situation like on the ground as we speak in and around Tshwane?
Good morning, Brian, and to your viewers as well. What you can confirm at this stage, it's rather hectic in Tshwane. As we said, there were protests through the whole night in Mamelodi and Atteridgeville. When we wake up this morning, now some other parts of the Tshwane areas have also joined in. We have a serious situation currently in Hammanskraal, whereby most of the streets are barricaded. But what we like to mention is that all the streets that are leading into the CBD have been blocked with burning or barricaded objects. I can mention that the streets like Molefe, Makinta and R101 in Hammanskraal has been completely closed, and somewhere in Stingwater areas leading to the CBD again, we just received reports that 2 buses there have also been banned. In Harankuwa as well, in the Bundu in the road that is leading into the CBD again is closed, and Hebron area again there were buses that were reportedly to be banned again. In Pretoria West, the road that is leading into the CBD into the tunnel, Dashboard Tunnel, both directions is completely closed with rocks. So Mabopane Highway leading into the CBD at Block XX also it's been blocked by burning objects and tires. But we are saying, as the Tshwane Metro Police and SAPS, we are monitoring those areas that are being affected. And yes, we suspect that there could be criminal elements that is also involved in this, because it can't be that all of these areas suddenly the situation is so bad throughout the night, and we are investigating that. Yes, there could be a possibility that there is criminal elements involved in all this.
Now, Isaac, the picture you're painting on the line to us this morning seems to me like most of the major routes from some of those major townships around in and around Tshwane are in trouble. They have been blocked. One of our reporters, Liranzo Temba, has made it to Mamelodi East, and she really saw very little movement, including she saw very little presence of the police on the ground this morning. Are you getting out there into the affected areas to make sure that at least those who want to go to work, those who want to go to school are managing to do so?
Most definitely, Putin, that's the plan. Remember, if, there is also this protest, there are some other people that have to do business as usual. There are some people, or kids specifically, that have to go to school. We have to make sure that we open roads for them to go to school. Yes, in Mamelodi, the protesters at this stage, they are not around Mamelodi. But what happened last night, remember, there were some objects that were left on those roads. So it's still a problem for the motorists to maneuver around those roads. Hence, we are issuing a caution to say they should be careful for their vehicles. They might be damaged in those areas. And again, in Atteridgeville, this morning it's a bit quieter, but those objects are still there on the roads. Where now we're anticipating, there is a serious crisis, it has now shifted into Hammanskraal and Harankuwa area. There are protesters there, and yes, as I said earlier this morning, we received, we are still going to confirm that there are buses that have been banned currently as I'm speaking to you. And again, received that message again now that there is another truck that also has been banned in the Hammanskraal. So the focus now has been shifted from Mamelodi Atteridgeville. It goes now to Hammanskraal.
Okay, Atteridgeville, Mamelodi seemingly quiet and calm this morning. Trouble spots, the hotspots for you this morning are around Harankuwa and Hammanskraal. Yesterday, you got some reinforcements to come from far as afield as Alexandra, Germiston and Katlehong. Are you going to be looking for reinforcements this morning to assist you in and around Harankuwa and Hammanskraal, and also to make sure that you maintain the calm that seems to have returned in Atteridgeville and Mamelodi?
If there's a need, then that's what we are planning to do. Remember, being Tshwane, Ekurhuleni, Joburg Metro Police officers, at any moment, if our, chiefs of those areas has agreed, to deploy, those members to assist. Definitely, we will do that. For one purpose, we are worried about, the residents that are not being affected by this. We won't sit back and, leave everything to the criminal or the so-called criminal elements to take over our city. We'll make sure that we protect this city. We'll make sure that we protect those who are not affected. But yes, if there is a need, the three chiefs, if you agree, definitely we'll make sure that we deploy. That's what we will be discussing this morning to analyze, to check the situation that do we need extra enforcement from the other areas. But before we go there, remember, we have our own officials around the city. If those who are at home, if those who are on rest days, if those who are on leave, we have to, call them to come and assist. We will request them, and if agreed, definitely we won't hesitate. We will deploy them just until we are sure that everybody in Tshwane is safer.
Okay, Isaac, very briefly, you've used the word twice now, criminal elements. You suspect that there's some criminal elements involved. This kind of violence in Tshwane started after the ANC, the ruling party, announced Togo Titiza as a compromise candidate. We in the media, plus some newspaper headlines this morning, are sort of linking the two. How sure are you, like the ANC has said, that its members are not involved in this, that is purely criminals?
Remember, that is what we are trying to investigate at this stage, Braten. We don't want to point fingers at this stage to say, indeed, these are ANC members. Remember, to say those are ANC members, we must have a proof first. Then we'll be on a later stage to determine that, yes, indeed, it's ANC members. But what it happens, or what we think it could be criminal elements, we are saying, for instance, there are reports that we received into the CBD last night and in Mamelodi that there is some businesses that were broken into. If people are not happy with certain issues, why they opt to go into the business areas or into the businesses to steal those goods or items in that particular stores.
So
hence we are thinking, that could be
still going on.
element.
Your investigation to establish exactly who's behind this, who started this, is still going on. We'll have to end it here, but as we're ending it, just to let you aware, our reporter has just got information from Attridgeville now. It looks like parts of Attridgeville, there's also some violence this morning. But we'll let you go for now, Isaac, and hopefully we'll touch base with you later on for another update. Thank you very much at this time. That's Tshwane Metro Police spokesperson Isaac Mahamba.